Hi, hello, welcome to Oracle Consularship brought to you by Vertex of Abundance. My name is Serene, Priestess Abossi. I'll be your Oracle today. I was sent to deliberate the findings for a channeled reading. You know, what I'm getting is that we're aligning into something and we're stepping into those God duties and obligations again. It might also just be a spiritual life of yeah. So if you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. It's a delight and an honor to serve you. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to do so. If anything resonates deeply with you, go ahead and smash that like button. So I've seen the Hierophant twice and the Nine of Wands twice and the Temperance card twice. So Temperance and the Nine of Wands is Moon in the ninth house or in Sagittarius. That means that in order to find harmony in our life, in order to even out, harmonize, really the word is unclench, in order to kind of stop being head on the swivel, hypervigilant, hypersensitive, hyper insecure, we need something that's lofty. It might be lofty spiritual, it may be lofty in terms of clout or prestige or status. It may also just be lofty in terms of access, which really means freedom. Maybe we need to travel, even if it's just in the mind. Maybe we need a little bit of spice and variety. With the Hierophant, it also means that we're some kind of like earth angel. There's also that energy between Sandalphon and Metatron, which Metatron manages the heaven, Sandalphon manages the world, but they both deal with divine children, especially innocent. They ascend the prayers to heaven or they receive things in heaven. So there's something here about like a divinity, like perhaps like a divine mission or some type of calling on our life. I'm getting something about innocence and purity as well, and the Hierophant keeps coming. So there could be something having to deal with Taurus, or yeah, I mean, we're like a month out from Taurus. And that Aaliyah song's been in my head very much a lot. At your best, you are loved. Okay, so we're getting a lot of knights, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. So that talks about, okay, Knight of Pentacles is Elohim, Knight of Swords is the throne. The throne, the attendants of the throne, Six of Cups, that's receiving anointing, salvation, Two of Cups, Eight of Swords. So we've been kind of postponed, waylaid, slowed down because there's restrictions, regulations, rules, even maybe some kind of restraints about our life. We need to go towards a sacred calling. Not a lot is going to work until we are in alignment with that divine mission. And certain things are starting to backfire, probably because we've been haunted or targeted in some kind of way, or we need to whittle through some very difficult things, probably even technical things. And it's getting painful to get our attention. Also, there's probably some kind of environment surrounding location that we need to step out of. We might be trying to align with a group or stay aligned with a group, which could be people, places, and things. It could be environment surrounding locations, but ultimately we're trying to stay aligned with some group that's really not the business. It's a delayed message where we're finally understanding that it's not going to jive well. There's a breakup on the horizon or some spilt milk that we need to kind of mourn and move on from, focus on a better future, see things from a different perspective. Right now, we have a very faulty, a very shoddy perception, meaning we're not perceiving the entire situation. There's some growth there for us, and there's also an awakening. But we might just also need to be obedient to the divine. That's where we'll have some kind of accomplishment, achievement, win, essentially. And again, we're divine in our nature. We could be dealing with the Gemini. There's some kind of late message, delayed message. Something's come full cycle, full circle. We have the Six of Pentacles and the World card. So that's Adipata Shakti, Six of Pentacles and the World card. We have Empress with the well, I'm going to take those because I brought them out, but they weren't the right ones. So the overall energy of this entire gathering today is Six of Pentacles, World card, Empress, and the Nine of Wands. So again, I repeat, Six of Pentacles, World card, Empress, Nine of Wands. That's the overall overarching energy. Even though other tarot cards will come out, they're all going to clarify and relate to the Six of Pentacles, World card, Empress, And the Nine of Wands, Six of Pentacles is about equally beneficial, nourishing needs exchange, is about receiving help that was asked for. It's also about receiving favor, specifically if it's from the divine. It can be about equilibrium as well, being balanced. With this world card here, it means achievement. So something's come full circle, something has completed, culminated, and it can also talk about our eternal life. It basically means we've made it. It's very, very true with the Empress here. So this is about our role in relationship to some kind of sacred duty. It also means we're highly blessed, favored, chosen, and anointed. With the Nine of Wands here, it talks about our 9 lives, or with the world card and stuff, it talks about our eternal soul. It's saying that over the next couple few weeks or so, we're coming into some type of completion, and also that we've achieved something here. It can be that we're worldly, it can be that we're womanly, and if we're not female identified or assigned, it can be that we're refined, cultured, and that we've cultivated some innate beauty according to our talents or our gifts. Also, that we're very nurturing and creative. Yeah, so we recently found ourselves, whether we know it or not, with the Sun card, Five of Cups, Eight of Swords, and the Four of Wands. There's a role, a duty, a position here, and I'm getting multiple things. With the Six of Pentacles being the first card out, it can very much be work, darling. So I'm happy about it a little bit because there's been a lot of love and a lot of enemies. So now that we're talking a little bit about work, whew, breath of fresh air, because it's been a lot. We've been talking about the attacks a lot. So there's that. And then with this Four of Wands, it can be talking about some kind of duty obligation. It seems like there was some spilled milk. Um, Something didn't work out. Something kind of took a dive. It might have depleted. It might have fell apart. And that's coming around full circle. We were restrained in some kind of way because of our worth and value, Empress. It can very much be a job. Six of Pentacles, Sun with the Four of Wands. Now, to a lesser degree, if it isn't a job, and it still is a job, but it might be a divine job or a secular job. A spiritual job would mean the calling on our life, our divine mission in this world, the medicine that we bring, the journey that we're walking, all of that. It also could be, cash money, dollar bills, employment, employer kind of thing. Ace of Swords with the Justice card, it's the truth. We're having some type of spiritual victory. I feel like something got delayed or waylaid, postponed, held up because something better was supposed to come along. Eight of Swords with the Five of Cups is usually something no gets said because something better comes along, and then that's always the truth when you see the Five of Cups, Eight of Cups. Now, it could be within the same thing. You break up, you make up, but this time when it comes back, it's better. Or you get married for the second time to the same person, but this time it's better. Normally, I would say don't go back. I'll never let go. I'll never let go. No, I'll never go back. I'll never go back. But it seems like something worked out here, and that's awesome. There may be the sun in Cancer here to a lesser degree, some type of Libra rising. There's a little bit of a backfire, or something really does need to be done. So we're going to have to face some fears. We're figuring something out. working through something a little bit difficult. We might have to stretch ourselves a little bit, not stretch ourselves thin, but like expand, rise to the occasion. Because we're being set up in a way, but we also need to be like dutiful or obedient to the divine. When you have the Empress in the Star card, it talks about our eternal life. It's literally saying that we're eternal and that we're pure, bright, and blissful. We're one of those pure souls. With the Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, that's not only the eternal kingdom, but it's also heaven on earth. Ten of Cups being our celestial endowment or the eternal kingdom, Ten of Pentacles being heaven on earth or our spiritual inheritance. With the Four of Wands, that's it's a sacred union, maybe with the divine, but here upon the earth, it's some type of platform or pulpit. With the Nine of Wands, we're one of those attendants to the divine because we have Empress World card with the Six of Pentacles. That's Adi Parashakti, it's Parvati. With the Eight of Cups, it's true because we have Shiva here now too. With the World card and the Eight of Cups, now we have Shiva here. Confirmed by the Nine of Swords. Normally the Nine of Swords isn't good unless you spiritualize it. So we have Shakti Shiva here. It's confirmed with the Three of Swords. That's where they live, Mount Kailash. It's Sarsati, not, it's like Sati Shiva here. Not Shade Shadi, the Saturn energy, although this is Saturn in Libra. We may have our Saturn in Libra or in the seventh house, which means we were opposed because of the law or because of what we had done, not in terms of behavior, but like the karma, the work put in, the what was supposed to be rendered or yielded from the work that was put in. Basically, the reaping and the sowing were not balanced. Six of Pentacles, equally beneficial and nourishing. Something was not reconciling appropriately in the positive or negative, and everything in our line is good, although we do have to be a little bit strong. We are a little bit wary. I know you got a little fight in your love. I know you got a lot of strength left. That's Kate Bush. Woman's work. I should be crying, but I just can't let it show. Should be running, but I can't stop me. Yeah, that's coming through Kate Bush, Woman's Work or Woman's World. I'm not getting relationship either. I'm getting that there were terms and conditions. The universe kind of blocked something, suspended really, and that's being worked out because we're actually extra special. With the Strength card, Knight of Wands, Three of Swords, Queen of Cups, Six of Cups, Temperance card. We're extra special. Look what's on the bottom of the deck. Give me that moment. Yeah, so we were going after something that got waylaid and suspended. But that was spiritual protection. Seven of Wands with the Judgment card. We might not see it that way. It might not feel that way, but it was spiritual. Yeah, it was spiritual protection in some kind of way, shape, form, or another. Give me that little kiss. So there's something we've been doing where we're like hoping, wishing, praying. We want to be in alignment. We want to be obedient. We want to be dutiful, but we also want what we want. And it's like the weight is getting painful. So it's almost over. I'm going to put it there. And it's not universal, but it's one little facet. We're working through some kind of situationship, some kind of cycle is the specific word. It's going to happen. It's going to work. And that's the truth. So we're going to have clarity soon. But we need to come into some type of alignment. Temperance card with the Six of Cups. We literally need to find what's called sanctuary. Sanctuary is safe space and refuge. We need to take refuge in the divine. Not only are we receiving favor, Six of Pentacles, we're just receiving anointing, Six of Cups. So whatever we receive will be blessed by the divine. It'll be divinely ordained, Four of Wands, and that's why we need to hold strong, carry on. Nine of Wands, it's weary, it's 9 lives. The Strength card is here, so it's not none of that entitlement, it's not none of that narcissism or toxicity. It's strength, courage, wisdom, emotional fortitude, spiritual strength. With the Nine of Wands and the Strength card, we can be dealing with a Leo rising Mars and Leo. We can be dealing with the Temperance card, we can be dealing with the Sagittarius rising Mars and Sagittarius. Now, if we have a Sagittarius rising, the person that we're referring to would have their moon in the first house. So that's a person that's magnetic. They attract things to them, or said differently, something that's come in that's right for us because we were putting the energy, effort, attention out into the universe, and it didn't reconcile properly because the vibe wasn't right. The frequency, energy, vibration didn't match, but now it's coming back because it resonates finally. And this is also Aaliyah's coming through. More than a woman, more than you ever I will be. More than a woman, more. I don't remember the words. But she's coming through today. Oh, my queen, Aaliyah. I miss her so much. And Selena and Left Eye. I will say it till I'm blue in the face. I love them. I love them so much. Aaliyah, Left Eye, Lopez, and Madam Selena. I miss them so much. They left us too soon. Yeah, so something's coming back around and it's stronger and it's in alignment. But we do have to kind of face the abyss. There's some kind of unknown here, probably some kind of fear within ourselves that we need to face, and we're doing it. We've cultivated ourselves enough. So, for instance, if we're applying for a job, we may only meet 70% of the qualifications. Send the job, send the application, put in the send the resume, go in the company intranet and apply for the position. I remember one time in LA, I got a job. This is like almost 20 years ago, and I wasn't the best qualified, but you know why I got the job? It's because, okay, listen, I'm from LA, so this doesn't happen in every other area of the country, but everybody sending their resume in for the job was also attaching their headshot, and it wasn't an acting job. So little old me coming from finance, I got the job because everybody else attached their headshot to the job, to the application. So send it in. It's saying that we're the Empress, so we're gonna be much more attractive than everybody else. Yeah, now I'm hearing if at first you don't think that's the third Aaliyah song in the same reading. Brush yourself off and try again. You can dust it off and try again, begin again. You don't have to throw it all away. Okay. What about the next day? Oh, oh. Okay, I'm feeling it. If at first you don't succeed. Okay, so we have a lot of Aaliyah and we have a little bit of Kate Bush. Kate Bush is the woman's work song. Aaliyah is At Your Best. If at first you don't succeed, that might be called Brush It Off. And I don't remember the third song. It was really the second of the three, but there we go. This is a very uplifting reading. I like it. Because it's been a little whack. Okay. Vertex of Abundance is a galactic temple of ascension, delivering sacred messages from behind the veil. If anything that is said resonates deeply with you, like, comment, share, subscribe, leave a review, book a session, send a donation. Today, we are deliberating the findings through Ripe Avocado, okay, that's Minor Arcana of the Cosmic Coven by Lisa Lazenby. And also we will be through Los Cartabello, we have the Vida Sedila Daily Oracle. Okay. And then by Liminal 11, we have the This Might Hurt Tarot by Isabella Rotman. Yeah, and that's coming through again. Let me know. Let me know. Of course, you need to be really well warmed up to hit those notes. Okay. Oh, we don't have any. Well, we do, because we have Four of Wands and the Temperance card. That's soulmate union, but with the Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, we're gonna get to a space that we really need to be, whether it's a job or the perfect community or a lover, McLover. But we don't have a match here. We don't have the Emperor, Empress, or like a pair of court cards, the King and Queen of this or that. But we do have the Temperance, Four of Wands, which means twin flame union. Something here is divinely ordained, is what I'm getting. Because we have, I kept mistaking the Hierophant somewhere here. It's not. It's the Six of Pentacles with the World card. When those two cards come together and you have any nine, especially the Nine of Wands, it means you have an attendant. It reminds me of the Purusha Avatara. It's just like one of the attendants to like Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu, Lord Shiva, Brahmi or Saraswati, Lakshmi Devi, Parvati. It's like you have the attendant to the Lord. You have the chief minister, the chief priest. I'm getting that. We also have here with the Temperance and the Four of Cups. I mean, the Four of Wands. It's like soulmate union. With the Six of Cups, it's like we're returning. It's like a homecoming. With the Ten of Cups present as well. Now, it would be better if we have the Knight of Cups, but we have the Knight of Wands, which is just as fine. I mean, something's coming back around. Yeah, okay, and then here we have Divine Masculine. So that's just Lord Shiva, really, right now. Clarity of focus, generosity of heart, powerful presence, undaunted ambition, discipline, largeness of mind, risk taking, assertiveness, strength of body, and resolve, fiercely protective, instinct, action oriented. Okay, coolio. Something is coming back on through. We have the Chariot here as well. Yeah, so there was some kind of not able to make it work, not able to make it happen. Mama needs to pause for a quick second. I'll be right back. I took a moment because I felt creative and I wanted to write some notes. And then as I'm just like typing in my note app, that song's coming through. At Your Best by Aaliyah. That it just, oh my gosh, that song is just on repeat. Okay. So we got Divine Masculine here with wordless regret and then Cancer energy. So what I'm getting is that we were held back in multiple frames, and this other side is not going to come forward towards us as quickly as possible because we're working things out. And honestly, feel another pause. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. There is a little bit of like a love that was pending, but kind of postponed. And we're in this place of needing to take action, not towards this love, because some of this is also spiritual. And so we need to make more moves in the spirit, in the spiritual realm, in the esoteric realm before we kind of resume back here on earth We might be building a business, starting a business. We might be building a family, starting a family. We might be going towards a role with a larger organization, maybe a corporation. We need to focus on that. This reading is weird because the readings have been the exact opposite. So I feel like I'm talking to somebody now that's trying to whittle through some kind of job. I want to know what 10 of Pentacles 10. Yeah, because the work we're gonna do in this place is Shiva type work. It's like mendicant. We might be helping the needy or needing to have like this type of resoluteness that is almost meditative in a nature. And then also, I do want to say there is something being worked out for a love. And like I said, it's not here in the physical, it's cosmic love and it's through the ages, is what literally what we got. So yes, if there's something, this will come back around in a couple months. Towards Cancer season, right now during Taurus season, end of Aries season, we need to work on settling down our system, structure, foundation, whether or not it is out working for somebody else, employment, whether it's being an employer, having some type of entrepreneurship and endeavor. I'm not seeing any windfalls, but this could even be the legacy succession planning, legacy building. There we go. So let's look at some of these correspondences. I'm going to look at this Nine of Wands temple card. That means something lofty here. We need to kind of step out of resentments because we were going for something that got waylaid. It could be going for love. It could be going for a role. It got waylaid. Something might have kind of blocked it. It could even been a third party. Oh, that song is just going so hard. Oh my gosh, darling, please go listen to that song if you haven't already. Let me know. Let me know. It's called At Your Best. You Are Love, and it's by Aaliyah. Aliyyah. Listen to that. YAH. Listen to that. Aaliyah. So there's a little bit of resentment because we were kind of going towards something that we thought was precious and it's there for us, but we don't know. And we need to just have all the thoughts, the good, the bad, the ugly thoughts, the future thoughts, the past thoughts, the present thoughts, have all the thoughts, every single thought. We need to do that and be future pacing because it'll come back around for us when it's supposed to, but work on what's in front of us, work on what we can do. You know, God gave me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Forgive them, Father, they know not what they do. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom of power and glory forever and ever and ever. Amen. I had to let that out. I couldn't keep it in. Okay. So we're actually in a favorable position, but we need to worry. We need to watch that mope-a-dope, not get into that little miserly, embittered little space. Keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it popping, keep it popping, keep it popping, keep it popping. On and locking, get. We can't be and stuck in the past. Yes, okay, look to the past to inform the future, but we can't be looking over our shoulder crying over no spilt milk. And you know, if you turn over your shoulder, you turn into a pillow of salt. Let me explain for modern times. If you go back to where you got hurt to get healed, you will render your future blessings inert. Okay, that's part of the lesson as well. But we have King of Cups, Queen of Cups. So yes, we need to focus on whatever's in front of us. And it feels like a job. It might not be a job, it can be a business. It might not be a business, it can be estate planning. It might not be estate planning, it may be legacy building and building a family. But there's something in front of us to work out. It could just be leveling up with the Lord. We could also be finally paying off some type of karmic debt, because something is being put to bed. Yeah, but it's saying that there too much time. Time takes too much time. Time took a long time, and so something moved on, and it's not happy moving on because now we're ready, and they know nothing better than us. So this will circle the block. This will come back around. Okay, I'm hearing a narrative. So, um, yeah, there's something going on. There's like a conversation pending in the ethers I'm hearing and see all this popping out. So we're now just coming into our own, and we have so much more potential, and we can seem like we know it all, because this energy is like very flirty or very empowered or very confident, but they're still virginal. Fanchula doesn't necessarily mean chase, it means that they're new or young or inexperienced. But there's this spirit here, this longing, okay? So we might have been misattributed. Something might have thought we knew better, or we were adultified, or we were maturalized. I don't know what the word for that is. We were given, overestimated, okay? There was like a misattribution, a mislabel, misjudged, misperceived, mishandled, mistreat, a miscarriage of some kind of opportunity. And I don't mean it in the negative way that I usually do, where some person misjudged us, and they acted stupid and tricked themselves up out of their spot. No, it's like we were assigned more masterful or more mature or more worldly or more experienced attributes than we actually possess. And it's happening right now, but it's something going on in the spirit where we're like, listen, yes, this happened. Yeah, I was mostly love, but all the delays led to this spot. And now focus on you. Money's coming through, stature, status, clout, level up with God, level up with your life, build yourself, glow up, boss up, handle up, G up, and that the rest will work itself out as well. Right now, handle what's in front of you. That's literally the message. And some of that is that we were kind of Fanchula, like Giovanni Fanchula. We were the virgin woman, not chaste, maybe, but we were inexperienced in some way. We hadn't quite had all of those experiences. Yes, maybe we're worldly, but we've never been around the world. Maybe we're cultured, but we maybe haven't visited every culture. Maybe we have a lot of knowledge and intellect, but we might not have a lot of wisdom because maybe we haven't put that knowledge into experiences yet. Maybe we're driving a nice car, but for instance, we might have only had our license less than a decade. Maybe we got this body, but we might not have gotten a lot of uses out of it. You hear what I'm saying? Examples. I'm sure those don't apply to every single person. So, yeah, something is gonna circle back around. Okay, so let's get going here. We have the Six of Cups. It's not matching anything. Six of Pentacles not matching anything. The Chariot not matching anything. We might be good to go here. Let me check this. Okay, first of all, we have the Three of Swords with the Justice card. So that is some kind of karma here. No, we're good. We were attentive to a situation, but it was decided in group to mislabel, misjudge. They moved on, carried on because they discounted us or overestimated us, something of that nature, underestimated or overestimated. So they're gonna rush back in. Like, hey, 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 hey. Okay, well, what's up? Hearing that ODB, didn't he? I guess it's all. I know Kate Bush is still alive, but half of the artists that are coming through my mind, they're no longer with us. I'm hearing, hey, hey, hey. I know it's. I'm cleaning up the words. Baby, I got you. Don't you worry. I said, hey. I'm just cleaning up the words. I know the lyrics to that. Trust me. I'm from a Motown family, and my daddy was a pimp. I definitely know that word. I definitely know the lyrics to that song. Okay, so we're looking at the Three of Swords with the Justice card, and it's talking about um, karma started to handle something. It literally started to get involved with the situation. And basically, what had to happen for us is we needed to mature before something could handle up. Now, somebody's disappointed because they got themselves in a situation that they can't really get out of as quickly. It's going to harm or hurt, or it's going to require medicine that's sour. They're not going to like the taste of the medicine. And it doesn't matter because there was some type of triangulation. So on our end, it might have been where something got in our way to something that we wanted. But when we do get something, it's going to be better than the initial thing that we wanted. So even if that was love, we're now free. We have the extra time to run into this opportunity, or you know, maybe we were going for a job and one of the jobs disappeared or fell through or whatever, but now this other job is much, much better. Maybe it's better terms or better environment, or we're doing more that we want to do, or maybe it's more money. You hear what I'm saying? There was one more thing to check here. Yeah, give me that money. Oh, hey, 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 I got you. Don't you worry. Hey. Okay, it's coming through. It's really coming through. Really is coming through. Okay, we may have a moon in Cancer with the Queen of Cups and the Chariot card. To a lesser degree, we could be dealing with an Aries rising. That's the third fire sign here. So we already have Taurus. Excuse me. Okay, Taurus, Aries. Okay. If it's Taurus, it's moon in Taurus. Um, but we have the Strength card and the Temperance card, which is Sagittarius and Leo. But now with this Cancer moon, if it's not Cancer moon, it would be Aries rising. And we do have a fire rising sign here with the Knight of Wands or some type of fire event. So either we're working towards either Aries or Leo season, or yeah. So what is this? Yeah, well, there's a softness here and a secrecy as well that is suggesting Cancer energy, um, because it's also sturdy and stable. So it says that we were dutiful to something, we were nurturing to something, but something couldn't see what was up. Something was kind of restless or felt, but now there's remorse and regret. So the Aries rising would have Venus in the first house there. It's true, we do have Aries energy here as Venus in Aries. Okay, so something happened with one person, but something else is happening, or something happened with one job, but something else is happening. We have very much a switcherooning type of. I'm surprised we don't have the Wheel of Fortune or the Two of Pentacles, but we have very much a switcherooning. Something got blocked because something better came along. Okay, so there's a little bit of competition here for our heart, and whatever this was behind, we didn't want to leave it behind, or it didn't want to leave behind, but it needed the thing. There's plans, orchestrations, machinations, and secret. There's secret moves going on right now because something is coming back around and it's agitated. This energy is agitated that it couldn't get something off the ground, or and I'm also detecting this energy of like it made a decision or it made a judgment and it's mad that its judgment was wrong. So it's trying to fix something. But you listen, the experience was what it was. You did what you did. We felt what we felt. If you arrived at a conclusion and you didn't check the facts, if you took BS from the donkey's anus when you had access to the horse's mouth, whatever conclusion you arrive at is whatever conclusion supported your narrative. And if you were more focused on the narrative than you were on the clarity from curiosity, investigation, examination, if you didn't go and assess the situation before you took whatever decision, executed whatever judgment, you get what you get because you did what you did. What's up is stuck. That's what's up. So, that's just, I gotta say it. All right. There was one thing we keep overlooking it here. So I want to see what this Eight of Swords with the Justice is. So that means something gets suspended or arrested or whatever, because there's communication on this other side. There's collaboration. Something backfired. They might have tried to leave us out in the cold, make us feel some kind of way. And that's not how it goes. That's not how it works. Okay, well, let's look at these pairings. We have a pair of sixes here. That's soulmate union or some type of gift, support, favor. It could be chosen status. It also could be grants, gifts. Yeah, so something is coming through, something is coming down the pipe. Ships came in some kind of way, and it is a union that right now is a little bit, somewhat is confused about it. And on our end, it's going to move slowly. And it could be a union in terms of a role, like an actual job role. Four of Wands could be your role at work. It doesn't necessarily mean a soulmate union. But if it is a role at work, it's a soulmate union because it's divinely ordained every single time, regardless if it's a marriage, a home, or a job, it's divinely ordained. It's just going to come through slowly because the other side has to deliberate, which means they have other offers they need to consider, or there's delays. Nine of Pentacles is the delayed arrival, meaning they have to go through obstacles or things are particularly slow. We have a pair of threes here, or so I thought. I'm incorrect. But we do have a pair of eights here. What is this eight? You better give me that money. Okay, so that song's coming through. Okay. Okay. So the double eight. So that's some kind of manipulation or spell work. But really, what it is that we learn something or something manifests through indulging a lot of time, energy, effort, and attention in a space location. Okay. Yeah, there's some type of triangulation here with I love it, make lover. So even if this is the right job or the sweet spot or it's the right person or there's some delays here. So we need reconciliation. This sweet spot is delayed. So now they're feeling triangulated because it's not working. There was this impression that the love wasn't there, so they took some kind of decision, or there was this impression if it was a job that the person wasn't the right candidate wasn't there, so they filled it. And now that we've come along, they're like, oh my gosh, I have this capacity for this level, but I'm only getting this level here. But I want to be at this level, but I'm only getting this level. I'm settling. instead of getting the everything that I could want and more, I'm settling. That's what this is. So what's happening in the future is the thing that slipped through our fingers is coming back around, whether it was a person, place, or thing. Okay. We have a pair of 10s here and a pair of 9s. We definitely have somebody with their Saturn in Libra or in the 7th house. So this pair of 10s is another 10, something burdensome, and it's the sweet spot. Okay. Ace of Swords with the Ace of Cups, truth, genuineness, clarity. It's a sweet spot. There will be a mutually beneficial nourishing need exchange, 6 of Pentacles. It may take a minute, but it will come through. It will make it 8 of Wands with the 9 of Pentacles. What is this pair of 9s, please? It's funny that we have a pair of 8s, a pair of 9s, and a pair of 10s. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups here. I'm just checking to see if anything else popped in the deck I don't want to ignore. Okay, no. So Queen of Cups on our side, Queen of Cups, 8 of Cups. So we're needing to withdraw. We're needing to get to higher ground. We're going to leave this behind. This other side is going to want access, and they moved on, but they moved on into something much worse. They jumped out of the frying pan into the boiling pot. So, oopsie. And they'll figure that out because they need us to be heartbroken, but they're the ones who's going to be heartbroken. I don't know what that means because there was no other negativity here, but it's been an honor and a privilege and a pleasure to serve. Thank you for allowing me to do so. Remember to smash that like button if anything resonated deeply with you. Like, comment, share, subscribe, leave a review, book a session, and a donation. We've come to clarity. This was a reading about making it to clarity. Something had blocked us for a moment. We lost out. But the heavens made a ruling, issued a ruling, where something came back to us much better. And unfortunately, we are healed and something is backfiring, but also boomeranging. So now, any other side that we're dealing with, whether it's romantic or professional, is now thinking, guessing a lot. And there's an extreme amount of emotions, a lot of different feelings. The perspective has shifted and changed so much, so incredibly much. And now we're in this kind of exalted status. And there's a little bit of shunning where, there might not be access to us, or they might have to come so formally or so correctly. It's almost like they need to bow or something of that nature. And it can very much be work, or can very much be like divine in its nature, but we're no longer low. We're now high status, high power, high. It's almost like we're King of Swords, which means absolute authority kind of deal. So we'll be receiving some type of offer, whatever it is. Now we're the Emperor. We were the King of Swords, the Emperor. This could be Melchizedek. So, we've got to just be humble leader, Emperor with the Temperance card, because we will have lost something and we will want to make a point. So we need to explain the situation, provide truth and clarity, give it. Because also that means there's some kind of new healing, and this energy is not going to go away. It's going to be so curious. It's going to be so fanatical, wanting to learn, wanting to fix, wanting to heal, wanting to grow together, wanting to see what we could do, wanting to collaborate. And it will be some type of soulmate union. We will be very, very, very chosen. In a sea full of options, we will be the only choice and a very, very, very clear choice. Again, whether it's a job or a lover. Emperor came back. So you have the Two of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the Emperor. All right. So, and then there's the King of Pentacles with the Emperor. Okay, so whatever this is, job or lover, we're gonna be on and pop them. We're gonna be on and pop them. Okay, it's been an honor and a pleasure to serve you. Thank you for allowing me to do so. Go ahead and smash that like button. Just a quick prayer for all those lost out there to illusion, delusion, confused, and trapped somewhere in the matrix, lost somewhere in the seas of time, yet to heal, yet to awaken, yet to return to the resplendent grace of divine, unconditional, loving, universal oneness. We love you. We're sorry. Please forgive us. Thank you. We pray that your steps are ordered, your path illuminated, and that you find salvation and redemption in this lifetime. May we all be happy. May we all be whole. May we all be at peace. May we all receive everything we ever wanted, starting with what we deserve. Until we meet again, until we read again, namaste, and ashe. Sayonara, das vidanya, avidane. Remember, smash that like button. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.